Hi, this is Nick from OpenMetal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can update your cloud's Kolla images. Kolla images make up your cloud's OpenStack services. These are things like Nova, Neutron, Sender, etc. And it's important to update the Kolla images when security patches are released, when there are bug fixes, and to include OpenStack service improvements and features when they come out. So to get started, I'm going to pull up our Kolla image build history page in our documentation. It's right over here under the heading Kolla image updates. And here we are. So this page will just be a history of when we build our Kolla images. And if you scroll down here, you can see that there was a build on October 10th, which includes some Ubuntu security updates, as well as some new features and bug fixes for OpenStack services here. Now that we've confirmed that there is an update for the images, you can actually go to our cloud here. So over here in this screen, or in this terminal, I am SSH in to my cloud. I'm in one of the control plane nodes here. To get started, we need to set up a Kolla Ansible environment. This environment will be used to actually pull in the new image updates as well as deploy them. We have a guide on how to set up Kolla Ansible. I'll actually go back to that here. Day 4, Kolla Ansible. It's this one here, how to prepare and use Kolla Ansible. So I'm going to follow the steps in this guide to get that set up. To set up the Kolla Ansible environment, when your cloud has been deployed, the Kolla Ansible configuration has already been placed in a directory on the control plane nodes. That directory is this, and we can see some files in here that are needed to set up that environment. So I'm going to go into that directory, and I'm going to start with setting up a Python virtual environment. Now that the Python virtual environment has been created, I am going to update pip. Now I'm going to install the Python requirements for Kolla Ansible. So those are stored in the requirements.txt here. So that took care of installing Kolla Ansible to this environment, which gives me the Kolla Ansible command. So now I can install the Kolla Ansible dependencies. These are Ansible Galaxy dependencies. And that takes care of setting up the Kolla Ansible environment. So outside of this video, I already have created an SSH deployment key that Kolla Ansible will use to connect to all of the hosts in this cloud. That has already all been set up. I took the SSH public key and added it to my cloud through OpenMetal Central. Right? So the environment part is all taken care of. What we can actually do from here is we can just list the current images in this cloud, the current Docker images. And we see here a whole bunch of different images. We see that they were created 5 weeks ago. These are all the current images that are running in this cloud. So we want to pull in the images that were built 1 day ago, October 10th, so that we can apply updates. And to do that, we're going to use Kolla Ansible. Call the command. We'll specify our inventory files. So that's going to be our inventory.yaml here, as well as this multi-node inventory. And the final command the final portion of this command will be pull. So this will pull in those image updates that I showed in the image build history page. So we'll run that. And this will take a few minutes to run. So we'll let that do its thing. And I'll be back. All right. That wraps up the portion of pulling in the updated Kolla images. We list out our Docker images now. We can see that we have a creation time of 29 hours ago for the 2023.2 Ubuntu Jammy images there. And then the previous images now have no tag. All right. So the next part of updating the Kolla images is just to run another Kolla Ansible command. It'll be deploy containers. And this process will take 40 to 45 minutes or so to complete. It's best that during this time that you freeze any changes to your cloud. So that's things like creating and deleting VMs, really any operation on your cloud that can create or delete or modify something like a network or router, things like that. This has no effect on running VMs in your cloud. So let's get started on deploying the container updates, the image updates. So we'll run Kolla Ansible, specifying our inventory in the same way we did previously. And we'll specify the command deploy containers. And we'll let that run. All right, deploy containers command has wrapped up there. Everything was successful. One thing we can do from here is to just make sure that the containers are all up and running. Looks like they are. So that takes care of the process needed to update your cloud's Kolla images.